reacting to his passing. Many in the pro wrestling community would take to social media.
Man, I keep writing, deleting. I don't know what to say. But I remember how I met Bray. I met him at my tryout, WWE 2010. You know, when everybody gets in the ring, like before the show, and everybody's kind of trying new moves and, you know, trying to figure things out. And I was just an extra on the outside. And I remember Taker called me in the ring because Bray wanted to try some new moves. So that's how I got to meet Bray for the first time. Husky Harris at the time, I believe it was. And I got to sit in the corner and he gave me that big cannonball over and over and over until Taker was happy with it. Man. But he was such a nice guy because, you know, he took care of me, of course, never hurt me, never did anything. I got signed to WWE, went about a year later to FCW down in Florida. And I never expected anybody to remember me. You know, I was there for like a brief 30 seconds or 30 minutes or whatever it was at the tryout. But I remember Bray or Wyndham, as soon as he saw me, he was like, hey, I remember you. You were at SummerSlam. You know, I did all these moves. And they make me just feel so good, man, because, you know, especially going a new guy in a WWE developmental, like, you know, and all you hear is like people step on toes and like trying to get your job, and you feel insecure as soon as you get there. Especially me, when I was working just like maybe 3 years in the business, I was green as a grass. But Bray just saying that just made me so much more like welcomed. And that's who he was, man. He was a guy who just made you feel welcomed. It was so like, he could be so gentle, can be so aggressive at the same time, but you can have any kind of conversation with him. His brain never stopped working. And, you know, just, I remember I just showed my wife, like, one of my first matches in FCW was against Bray. And, man, so many memories. But yeah, I'm not a sad day. Very sad day. We all love Bray. We love your family. We're gonna miss you, my man. Rest easy, rest in peace. Say hello to Brody. And we'll see you when the time is right.
Hi everyone. Before tonight's episode of SmackDown, I just wanted to come on here and say a few words. I was planning on attending tonight's SmackDown, but unfortunately with the last minute flight options, it wasn't really possible to get me there in time before the show ended. So I wanted to come on here and just talk about Wyndham a little bit and what tonight means. And first, I wanted to say, you know, I'm sending out so much love and thoughts to Wyndham's entire family. You know, we are all here for you, and we are so sorry for your loss. I know tonight's SmackDown is going to be a celebration of Wyndham and the Bray Wyatt character and everything Wyndham has done in his life and career in WWE. So I'm going to try to keep this as positive as I can. Wyndham is an incredible person who we have all loved for years, and he is just so friendly and lights up a room and is so creative. He's a creative genius who brought us all the amazing gift of Bray Wyatt for the last so many years. And I think the character Bray Wyatt that Wyndham has given us has been incredible and has been so fascinating to see and has brought us all so much joy to watch. And, you know, working with Wyndham was just so, it was magic. It was magic because being able to watch him in his creative element and be able to work with him really, you know, expanded my creativity, and being able to just watch him work and work beside him was just truly, truly an honor. And I still say to this day, was the most fun I've ever had in my entire career in WWE. And I am so thankful that he allowed me and trusted me to come in and be a small part of his vision and his creativity. And unfortunately now there is a huge void in our world and in the WWE universe that no one will ever be able to fill, because Wyndham was so special and everything he brought to us was so special, and I think we should all be so grateful for that. His creative genius of the Wyatt family and the Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse has really opened up all of our minds and opened our eyes to a whole nother world in our industry that none of us could have ever thought imaginable. And I just want to say, Wyndham, you know, you've brought so much joy to everyone around you and to the millions who've loved watching you week after week and loved watching your journey and just see your creative genius unfold. We will continue to celebrate your life, your legacy, and the amazing human you are, and we will continue to light up the sky with fireflies. And we all love you, Wyndham.
Truth is, I still don't really know what to say. Wyndham was a unique cat. He was simple yet deeply complex individual, and I loved him. I loved working with him, but mostly I just loved being around him. He was always joyful, just these eyes that drew you in, and a smile and a laugh and a presence that just made you happy. And we're all gonna miss that. I've been thinking mostly about his family. His kids. And I wanted to go, I don't know, wanted was the right word. I thought about going to SmackDown tonight, but that would entail leaving my family a day early. And I just keep going back to the conversation I had with Wyndham on the phone when Brody passed a few years ago. And I just had called him to check on him, to see how he was doing. And he, we talked, and he was okay, and I was okay, and neither of us were really okay. But I just remember him, we ended the conversation with I love yous and goodbyes, and he said, I remember this very specifically, he said, you just go hug on that baby girl. Talking about my daughter. And so I just feel like that's what I should be doing. So, Wyndham, love you, man. I will miss you. We will all miss you. And I'll see you down the road, hot boy.